record on this computer. We're recording. Hi, welcome to our Monday night team call. Okay, tonight is all about the Shred10 and the Shred10 system guide. That's really what I want to go over tonight. So I am going to do a screen share. And if you have not found the Shred10 system guide before, if you are new to the team, if you're new to shredding, if you haven't shredded, if you've shredded before, but you have no idea what the Shred10 system guide is, it is an awesome tool that has been put together for us to literally walk you through all of the details of how to run a Shred10 program. And what's really cool is for many of us on the team, we've been through the Shred before. You've seen us run it through our customer buzz page. But what we're going to be doing differently this time around going into this June 5th start is that we're going to be joining up with our larger team, the Trailblazer, and partnering with them for a private Shred-only Facebook group, okay? So that's the way that most other reps have been doing it. And although we've done it through our team, our customer page, we've had success with it. We're going to try it this way and see how it goes, and it's good to have a comparison. And personally, I've already experienced some positive feedback with my existing customers who have shredded before, that they're actually pleased to hear that we're doing a private Shred only group, because they already, even though it hasn't started, they've had a Shred experience, but they already feel more comfortable going into it, knowing that it's just people shredding, and they're probably going to be more inclined to share about their experience, you know, knowing it's just shredders. We're all going through the same thing together, and they're other just like bystanders watching, like it kind of was when we were doing it through our customer page. So that being said, that's the way we're doing it.
More people, more energy.
And more positive experiences, right? So when we invite somebody in to do the Shred with us, we're doing it as well. We're doing it alongside of them, which is why this system works so well. We're not inviting them into something and you're like, hey, you're just on your own, like, good luck. No, you're right there with them doing it side by side. And what's really cool is that there are all of these tools put in place for us to walk us through the steps of how to do this. If you've never done it before. And so you find the Shred10 system guide through the tools or resource section of the Healthy Living Revolution website. So it's healthylivingrevolution.com. And I'm so good at screen sharing that I'm so good at screen sharing. I am just going to share my screen with you guys. And I will open it up and walk you through. Let's see what else opens up on my screen. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm just going to go healthylivingrevolution.com, which is the website that we send all of our new customers to as well, because this link has now been, this video is going to start. Hold on. This has been added into our new customer email document. Okay, which is also great. This is how our customers download.
Which Danielle did a really good job on. So if you guys haven't had that, go into it's in the file section, yeah, on the Facebook page and grab that so you can print it out and have it for your records.
Yeah, it should just be saved in your computer. So, and this is the website that they are going to get a lot of education and tools to help them and support them through their Juice Plus journey, whether they're shredding or not. But it's also how they download their free copy of the Healthy Living Revolution cookbook, as well as the Healthy Living Ambassadors book for the kids. But if you note right down here, I scrolled all the way to the bottom of the page, and there's this little circle here, which I'm going to click on that, and it's going to take me to a login screen where I'm putting in the password when it opens up. Oh, I already just did it before. All right, you put in the password revolution, and then it's going to take you to here. So again, the password is revolution, all lowercase, and now I'm in the resource center, which is for reps only. So you're not giving that out to your customers. But the first thing here is the system guide. And so this is what I've downloaded to my computer, and that's what I'm going to walk you guys through. If you scroll down, the Shred guide is what we share with our Shred10 customers. So if you're new to the Shred experience, you do want to download that and take a look at it and read through it yourself. The guidelines for the Shred are in there, as well as recipes, as well as all the tools as to, and the reasoning behind, why you're eliminating gluten, why you eliminate dairy, alcohol, caffeine, all of that stuff. And then what's been added to is the Shred10 cookbook. So you'll download this as well. So you can have a copy of it, but also we'll have all of these uploaded in the private Facebook page as well. So we want to make sure that our Shred customers are aware of all these resources that they have at their disposal. And then in your own time, you can go through here and see everything else. We're not going to do that tonight. But what we are going to do is, like I said, go through the Shred10 guides. Let me see. All right. Tell me what you're seeing on my screen. Do you see Shred10 system guide? Give me a thumbs up. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Because I'm professional at sharing my screen. I always screw it up. Okay. So this is our Shred10 guide.
She's doing great.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great because it's just the team on the page. I only seem to screw up when we have prospects. I'm like, which just means you don't have to be perfect to do this.
Exactly.
But okay, so as you run through, let me see if I can make this a little bigger because you guys are okay. Your monthly Shred, and on this team, we have been following along with many other, teams and distributors in leading and kicking off a new Shred group at the beginning of every month. So June 5th is our next one. And if you recall, that those of you that were on the team, we did one in January where and for those of you that are new, we did a January, we shred the shit out of January. And we
did shred the shit out of January.
We kicked off a Shred group every single week, but it was incredible. And I always go back to this because it was so incredible because our team's involvement was awesome. It was on point. Like everybody was engaged. Everybody was participating, whether you were shredding week 1 or shredding week 4, wherever you were engaged, active, and participating within the team, within the group page and with customers and with events, and everybody had an amazing experience. So
there was a ton of fun energy.
Yeah, it was amazingly fun. It was amazingly fun. It was amazingly fun. And that's where we're getting back to. So we're not going to shred every week in June, but I think we do need to shred the shit out of the summer. Mm-hmm. I'm just putting it out there.
I agree.
And
because all I've been eating is pizza and bagels.
So we do need to shred the shit out of the summer. And June, this is a great place to start, and we'll kick it off again. We'll be kicking off a shred the start of each month as well. But as you run through the Shred10 system guide here, and we'll just kind of quickly go through it because you guys really can look through this on your own. But what I want you to be aware of, it just jumps page to page here, is really the how-tos. I mean, it talks about how to introduce it to people, how to get started, when to go through everything. This page on page 5, I particularly like the most because it literally shows you what you can say and what to send somebody every step of the way. And just to give you guys an example, I mean, I've been doing the Shred for a while. And for most of you that know my story, I mean, my personal story, when Melissa first introduced everything to me, it was actually with the Transform 30 program, which was how then Shred10 came to be. But I have my personal story. I've been on this journey. I've been sharing this program for over 2 years. I still go back to this guide and read through it and find tips and how I can tweak what I'm saying and how I can alter what I'm saying a little bit and what maybe should I share or not share or what have you. So it doesn't really matter whether you're brand new to this or you're seasoned and you've been doing this for a while. This is a really awesome guide and tool that you can, pick apart and use pieces for and adapt it to your, to what's going to work best in the conversation that you're having with whomever you're having it with.
And what I want to add to that is that because it's a document that you can use and because we're doing this repetitiously, the beauty of our business is that every time we do it, we get better. So if we start June 5th and we all just commit to using this guide through this next shred period, and then we repeat it again in July, and again in August and again, and you keep repeating it, you're going to get stronger. And come September, you're going to feel really, really good about, where you are with this whole process and language.
Right. And being that much more comfortable and confident with sharing it with people, inviting people into it. And also just having your own improved health journey too. We know that making these simple changes to our diet and to our lifestyle just, kind of catapults us a little bit further than if you're not making some other changes. So just improving your own health journey. And I know for a bunch of you on the line that have already been through this, it's done exactly that. So looking through here, hold on. We don't need to go through every single page, but I do notice this, personalized message blitzing. It's going to give you tips on how to message blitz, right? So this would be writing down a list of names of who you want to be inviting to the shred. I mean, many of you already have your list of 100 names of who you wanted to share Juice Plus with. Maybe you're starring some of those people that you want to invite to the Shred 10. You think they might be interested into it, whatever. Interested in it. And you can just sit down a chunk of time, especially for those of you that are, you're working or busy parents or what have you. You don't have a full day to dedicate to your business. That's okay. Chunk down a 30-minute, 15-minute time slot, whatever it might be, and be really intentional. Get that list of names, open this document up, and just start shooting off a bunch of text messages. And you literally can send the same message basically to everybody, just tweak a little, hey, Jen, says, great to see you last weekend, blah, 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 blah.
Unless you sponsor 5 Jens in 1 week, and then you can just send the same message to all of them. It's great.
We love Jens. We love Jens.
It's the Jenny Club.
Jenny. I think all the Jens have a different last initial, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think you all have a last initial. You're all different.
We're just going to group coach you all together.
That's awesome. Yeah, so you literally can go through here and chunk out a bunch of text messages, and then you've got a whole bunch of invites done in 15 minutes time. Boom, done. Just be really intentional. And it will walk you through, again, messaging of what to say, what you should be sending them. So if somebody is interested in doing the Shred 10 with you, they've never done it before, and they're open to some information, you want to be sharing with them that 3-minute Mitra Ray and Jake Kelly video of the Shred 10 program. That's really the first video you'd be sending to them. And then following up with them. And again, it's going to go through here what to say. Once they do say yes, they're in, and they've ordered their products, you've gone through that whole step too, or maybe they were an existing customer, but they've never shred before, so they already have their products. Then you're going to send them the longer Mitra Ray video, Daily Detox. It's about 20 minutes long. If you yourself haven't watched it yet, just watch it, just so you know what you're sharing with people. It's always important to watch a video before you send it. It is Mitra Ray going through basically the Shred 10 webinar that you've probably all seen me do before, but it's nice to see a doctor do it and not Danielle.
Well, and she, the way I've been often sending it is with those 2 videos combined. And I'll say the first video is 3 minutes. It's an introduction. If this makes sense to you and you want to learn more about how this works and why, then watch this other one. It's 20 minutes. And that way you're not giving them too much to look at, but you're giving them an invitation to take a step each time. And that's where people are saying yes.
Right. Now here we've got our sample calendar, and we have pretty much been following this, but we're going to start following it, getting into this rhythm a little bit more. And so this is a great way to sync it up with your personal calendar and look at the events that you're doing, right? A lot of us already do a salad in a jar before we kick off a Shred 10. This Thursday evening, actually, Lisa Blaisdell and I are going to partner up, and we're going to go through a Shred 10 presentation, webinar type of thing. So we'll get a flyer for that done tonight, and we'll put it out to everybody. So you guys will have something to invite people onto to learn more, and we'll share our personal stories. We'll go through the program, what the program entails, and why it's important to shred, and all of that cool stuff. But you'll also, were you saying something?
I can't shut up over here. Would you somebody just give me like a pacifier? No, you know what I was thinking was, see, you got me started. I was going to be doing something else, but I'm here. All right. So when I invite people to Shred, what I think it's just a really great conversation tool to call all of your customers and do good customer care and say, hey, listen, I don't know if you've taken a stab at this yet, or I noticed that you haven't joined us yet in one of these groups, but summer's coming along. Would you be open? Are you interested or looking for something like a jump start? You've already got most of the products. We just need to order a little bit more, but what do you say? Or if it's a brand new person, I just call them and say, hey, listen, I've got this really cool Shred group and a couple more spots open. I don't know if this is for you or not. I don't know if you're looking to detox or get ready for summer, but this is really fun. And we've got a really good group starting up on the 5th. I've got a bunch of people. Do you want in? Just asking them, like inviting them to the party, right? Like make it like a part, right? Because it's got to be fun.
It's like a party.
And it is. It's fun. We had so much fun when we do it. So the more energy. And then that way they're saying yes to something. And you have a reason for calling them too. That's the best part. When you're doing your blitzes and your calls, always call with a reason in mind. It's much easier to invite people to things when you know what you're inviting them to participate in.
Right. Exactly. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions before we keep just going on? And if you do have a question, you need to unmute yourself and then ask your question. And I can't see everybody. I'm going to take it that the silence means there's no questions. We'll keep going. So obviously after you've done the Shred, you follow up with everybody. One thing that they don't put in here, but I do like the idea of it, is mid-Shred is to do an event with your Shred people. Like get everybody together, whether it's a Thursday, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever it might be, sometime in the middle of that, and do either a potluck taste of Shred where everybody brings something, that they cook from the Shred10 recipe book. Or you do a fitness event, and Chrisanne is always great organizing those, and Mamaroneck Get Push Fitness, right? Get all the shredders that are local together at a local gym or something, and or at a park or wherever, and get everybody to work out together. So planning some kind of group activity, another salad jar, whatever it might be, just something to keep everybody that is local and together engaged in that community, supporting one another, encouraging one another, and all that good stuff. And then that's also just part of the fun.
And maybe invite a friend too. Encourage them to invite a friend, because they'll come into that energy and see what it's all about and set them up for the next one.
Right.
Really cool.
Yeah. And it gives them a little taste of what it is that you're up to, what it is that you're doing. And it could be a nice kind of fun, casual way to sort of introduce it to them. Right. Which is always cool. It's always just inviting people in, letting them see what we're all about, what we're doing, that we're having fun. Hello. You need to be part of this. And yeah, so we're all about planning. This is obviously a nice way to keep it organized. You can use this, you can use your own little notebook, but this just lays it out for you. So we always know in this business, whether it's the Shred10 or Juice Plus or whatever it might be, is that we want to be really good at asking questions. And that certainly does go with the Shred10 program, right? We want to know if they're interested, what is it that they're looking to achieve? Everybody's going to come into this at a different place. Some people just want to be a part of something fun. Some people are looking to maybe, feel more energy. Some people just want to sleep better because their sleep has sucked. Some people want their pants to just go, their belt to go down a notch, like whatever. For me, originally, I just wanted the joint pain in my knees to go away. I didn't care about anything else. But we know there's a lot of positive results that happen when we flood our body with nutrition and we eliminate the things that really just don't serve our bodies anymore. So just getting to the root of what it is that they're looking for also just helps you stay engaged with them, to see if they're meeting those goals, how they're feeling, and when you're doing your check-ins with them throughout the process.
And here's a little tip on questioning. If you can get a person to say yes 3 times in a row, you're 85% more likely to get them to sign on to whatever you're offering. So if you offer questions that are going to probe a yes answer, you're kind of conditioning their brain to go along with what you're asking them to do. So,
right. And so you're going to ask some questions. They're going to get started. Once they've gone through the process too, you can certainly then ask them to join the mission. And sorry.
Just calling from yonkers.
I get a lot of prank, not prank callers. That's not the right word. I get a lot of like, I don't know, whatever it's called, solicitors. That's the word I was looking for.
Everybody wants what you've got, Danielle.
Everybody wants to do the shred. That's what it is. So,
tell me about the shred. What's the shred thing?
Well,
I had a dream that we had a billboard in the heart of America, and all the hometown people will understand that I had a dream. It was like we were holding up the bottles.
Everybody wants to shred.
Oh boy.
Everybody needs Juice Plus. And we share stories.
Stories sell.
Stories sell. And we've said it before, that's what you have. That's what you take with you. And if you have not done the shred yet yourself, or you feel like, you did it once, but it wasn't full on, like, some of us have been there, right? Only maybe half-assed it. You have, share somebody else's story or connect them with somebody else, right? So I've had a story, I've had an experience, and maybe Lisa hasn't yet, but she wants to invite some friends in to do this with me. Well, she's going to say, you know what? I'd love to connect you with my friend Danielle. Mm-hmm. She's had an amazing experience with the Shred10 program. I'd love for you to hear her story. And then we're going to hook up and get on the phone together, or we're going to meet up at the park or whatever it might be that's convenient for us. And I'm going to have the opportunity to share my story with them and let them ask questions, while Lisa then can hear and, learn, more about the program. But it gives them an opportunity to learn more, to hear my story, and to say yes and join us, right? Just take a step for themselves. So you don't have to have your own experience with the shred yet to do it, obviously, or to invite people in to do it with you. It is one of those things it's more fun with friends. Mm-hmm. Like, it's fun when you can have like a buddy doing it with you, to meal prep with, to just, encourage each other, motivate each other, share smoothie recipes, whatever it might be, just knowing that you're on the same page with each other. So inviting a friend in to do it with you is a lot of fun. And just read this stuff on your own. I'm not going to go through it, but it does give you examples of what, you should say and what you shouldn't be saying. And obviously we're not making any claims to cure any diseases or that you're going to lose 10 pounds in 10 days. That's not what the Shred10 is about. The Shred10 is a 10-day program where we're shredding bad habits, and we're focusing on really clean, healthy eating, right? We're focusing on trying to adopt some new, healthier habits and get rid of some habits that just aren't serving us well anymore.
And you're doing it with the support of a group. That's all committed.
Exactly. And how do we do this? We're doing it through Facebook events, webinars, like we talked about this Thursday night. Obviously you could set up a table somewhere, like, for example, recently, Nick, you were at New York Sports Club, obviously with all full Juice Plus stuff, but you can have like the Shred10 guide there as well. And maybe a little sign like, hey, want to join the next shred group? Summer's coming. Like, let's talk about the shred, something like that, whatever it might be. Right. So there's lots of ideas, and we're always up for swapping ideas for events. It's going to go through again, what to say, videos to use. I'm not going to run through all of this, but I really just want you guys to go through this on your own and know that we have this tools here. And it literally, right when you're like, what do I say? I don't know what to say. Well, here's some ideas. Here's some really easy ideas. And I actually, like I said, I totally do go through here, and I'm like, what should I say? It will go through again, package and ordering. If you're new and you're not sure about the ordering, obviously, go through this with your sponsor. For the Shred10 package, let's just do this. Obviously, when you're doing the shred, you're taking the Juice Plus Trio, and you're having 2 shakes a day. Like, it is really important on the program. And if you watch the Mitra Ray video, the 20-minute, daily detox video, it goes into why you should be having the Trio capsules and the 2 shakes a day, and the importance of it and the benefit of it. It's not a full, like, could somebody do it with not all the products? Like, sure, you can do the principles of the program. Are you going to seek the maximum results and benefits? No, you're not, because you're not supporting your body with the nutrition that it needs. You're just not. That there's really no way around.
And I think when people give you, the pushback, and they say something like, well, can I just order 1 month, or can I just do the red and green? Your response should always be from the heart that you certainly can do whatever you want, but my responsibility as your friend is to really guide you to what's going to allow you to be most successful and have the best experience. Because I don't want you to just have an okay experience. I want you to have an awesome one, and just really talk with positive language and reinforce that. And then if you get stuck and they're really still unclear, then you just get them on a 3-way call and say, you know what, why don't I have my friend explain a little bit further then, and then you make a decision and empower them to make a decision. But you want to give them the reasons, behind that, which is, it's all about them, right?
Exactly. Exactamundo. Okay.
And the people who are shredding, you guys are staying on the products longer. I think that's important to really say here that, some people step into this business and they, offer 1 or 2 products or, just like a tiptoe in. Really don't be bashful. Have a lot of confidence in the fact that the people who shred have the best experience. They tell more friends about it and they take, they stay on the products longer. Their families get on it. And, a big portion of them turn into reps because they're having such a great experience with it too. So have confidence in the experience piece.
Exactly. Look at me. Look at you. Look at me. I stepped into it.
And she said no to the trio, damn it. Can you imagine?
I said no to the business too.
She did. She said no to everything. And look at her now. She's running the call. And what am I doing? Nothing. I'm drinking a coffee. I'm sitting back. I should put my feet up.
Yeah. So we do have the private Facebook page already set up. A handful of you are already added into it because you've told me that you're participating in the June shred. If you haven't yet told me that you're participating in the June shred, let me know. You can message me privately, or whatever. Let me know so that I can add you in there. And then I will make you an admin. Once you're an admin, you can then add in any of your customers. If you're not an admin, you can't add anybody else in. So we don't want our customers to be admins, just the distributors are admins. It is called Trailblazer Shred10, June 5th through whatever the date is. And so that's what I'm inviting you into. That is where we're going to be running this with the larger team. I do ask that if you're coming into this, when you're inviting your customers on, one, they need to know what you're inviting them into. Don't just add them in. So follow the system guide on what to say and how to add them and go about that process before adding them into it. Once you've added them into the page, give them a welcome. So add them in and say, hey, I'd like to welcome my good friend Lisa Silva and Jen Bernstein. They're going to be shredding with us this month, so that everybody can just high five them and welcome them and really create a really nice, warm, welcoming environment. The more we do that, the more comfortable everybody becomes, and it really becomes a little family for those 10 days where people will be more likely to share their experience. And just like we say this for our regular customer page, same thing goes with our shred page. You need to share your own experience as well. So we need to put ourselves out there a little bit. And this will be a smaller group to do it in, but it's a safe place and it's in a supportive, like everybody's there looking to achieve similar goals, and that ultimately is improved health, right? So setting the stage and putting yourself out there a little bit really allows our customers the comfort and the opportunity and the space to know that they can do it too. And it also just shows them what it is that we do, right? And it sets that example that this is something that they can do as well. So just keep that in mind. I invite you all to participate in it. And of course, obviously go through this on your own. When you are shredding, when you have customers doing it with you, you are not just putting them into the Facebook page and letting that be the end all be all, but you're also checking in with them somewhat regularly. And you can follow this guide here on sending them the messages. And do you have to use this to a T? No, use what's going to fit your personality, but this can certainly be a jumping off point for you.
And I'll admit I haven't used this yet, but I'm excited to, because there's so much going on in my personal life, which I know is the case for all of us, that to have a daily reminder set into my phone to respond, because I do have a couple people that have reached out to me in Hawaii and, out here that are going to be joining. And so these are new customers, new experiences. I don't want to let any of that get in the way. I really want to set them up for success. So you can automate all this just with little reminders at, 3:00 on a Monday or whatever.
Right. And if you've got a couple of customers doing this too, again, you can send them all the same day one, send them all the same message. Like, hey, day one, I just had my morning smoothie. Here's what I put in it. How'd you do? Don't send it as a group message to everybody. Send it as an individual message, but you can send the same message. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so, but no need to overcomplicate things. And then after we finish the 10 days, we still follow the principles of living it. All right, so you guys can go through, like I said, go through this on your own. Go through it with your sponsor if you've got questions. I'm going to, this is stop share, right? Yeah, stop share. Okay, there we go. Okay. Whoa, we're back. Yay. Does anybody have any questions about this or about the Shred10, what to do, how to do, who to do? No.
Linda, I'm curious, is that a good script? I'm kind of
okay. What I just saw, you mean what Danielle presented?
Yeah. Yep.
I think it was good. Now, where could I find that in the book, or is that like a PowerPoint presentation?
What I was just going through?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the Shred10 guide, and you're going to find it in the resource section of healthylivingrevolution.com.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know if you hopped on late. So healthylivingrevolution.com, and when you scroll to the bottom of that website page, over on the bottom right is a little circle. You're going to click on that. It's going to take you to a screen where you need to type in the password revolution.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to find it. And you want to download it onto your computer.
So if you go back to the beginning of this recorded call, which will be posted tomorrow, then you can see it again visually of where to go if you guys ever forget or whatever.
Or you just want to watch us again.
Yeah, because we're fun.
Again and again and again.
Melissa, I think we need to do a live video this week, coming to you live.
Work. Are you guys so excited to shred?
Come on, let's
the
be
shit out of the summer. Nick, did you know
I hope so.
I saw her before.
Sorry.
Pop on your lap.
Sorry, this was a PG-13 call.
All right, if there's no other questions, I will end the recording.
What do you know what the tomorrow's call will be about?
On the Trailblazers Heat Team call. Off the top of my head I don't know, but we'll put it out on our team page and on Boxer. So if you're able to get on that one, you can get on that one too, Tuesday night. And then when we have the flyer for Thursday night's Shred webinar, we'll put that out, if not tonight, tomorrow morning for you guys to be inviting people onto. Okay.
All right.
Sound good?
Use the tools. Paul always says it's the tools that make the job. So the more the tools you use, the more
exactly
results you'll get.
And the company has put together amazing tools for us. Mm-hmm. And what's really cool is that's what makes this so duplicatable, is that anybody really can do it, right?
And it comes from collaboration in the field. I think for the new people, you really need to know that because it's the NMDs, it's the people who have these ideas that they bring to the forefront. They collaborate them with our marketing team, and together we get all these amazing things. So it's a really nice partnership that we have.
Yeah. All righty. Well, I'm going to end the recording. Okay, good night.
Have a good night.
TT.